Hey everyone, it's Aaron with Crypto Trends. Today, March 24th, 2019, taking a look at some clues about BTC, Bitcoin, and also LMT, which is Lockheed Martin, looking at perhaps an all-time high ahead, and how does this correlate to Bitcoin? We'll check that out. First, please keep in mind that this is not financial advice, just my opinion. So let's go ahead and head on over here. Let me break out the live chat. And that's all popped out, so I got that taken care of. Okay. So, taking a look. We are going to take a look here first, very first, get into like the Bitcoin thingy, the hidden. Here is a hidden pattern that I'm sure other people have seen it, but it's a hidden pattern here in Nasdaq on NDX. So check that out. This is under Trading View on the daily. So what we have here currently is this, let me get rid of that, is this big old V pattern here, right? We have a big old V pattern. So we had initial bump down, then an up, and then, V. You know how it goes, right? So we have the pretty much very similar pattern back here. So we had an initial down. Let me get my little pen out. Let me change the color here. Yeah, do that. So we had an initial down spike right there. And then a much lower one that was doing a test. And then that's right here. Okay, so looking at this chart, you can project this pattern where it's going to go. So we're probably looking, if we do that, let me get the auto off. Whoops. Let me get the auto off and scroll on down a bit. You guys can see where this is going, right? Yeah, it looks like I might do something like this. Quiver around a bit and yep, like that, right? Yeah. Yeah, so Nasdaq is looking good to me. No worries. It's, I'm getting jazzed. We could also see another double bottom of the test here, and then it could go ahead and do it. So we'll see. And please keep in mind, this is the market. It can go up, it can go down. This thing could just dump down to this area, right? Yeah, we all know that. Okay, so I thought that was a very interesting pattern for the Nasdaq. And keep an eye on the Nasdaq. Another one to keep an eye on is the DJI, the Dow Industrial Average. And why on earth are we talking about stocks? Well, who are the big investors? What do they do? They invest in stocks first, and then with their throwaway money, where they're looking for very, very high returns, given very, very high risk. I think they put it into Bitcoin and altcoins and stuff like that because of the speed, because it's fun. Because, oh my gosh, look at the returns you can get. So they could have a lot of fun trading 24/7, where it's just kind of the old mundane thing in the regular stock exchanges, right? Anyway, so this is the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and let me get my auto thing off here so I can move it. And as you can see here, we had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern going on, and it looks like the fifth wave failed. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete that. I had that long time ago. I had that in there. But anyway, taking a look at this. This is the Dow Jones, keep in mind. Taking a look at this chart. Let me put auto back on. Shrink it up. Once again, it's on the daily chart. Logarithmic scale. So I had a box here, and I had a box here, and it hit both of them. Yay. Okay, great. My initial thinking was, I was going to follow this little line here. Let me go ahead and make that in pink so you can see. There it is. Boom. So I thought I was originally going to follow that line. Well, it got a little bit more aggressive, to say the least, and it really took a nosedive. And what happened here was very, very interesting because unlike the crypto markets, the stock exchange has what's called the plunge protection team. And right around in this period, Trump said, "Oh, invest in the market," and then the next day, the plunge protection team, I think, stepped in, and put in this amount here, and that's you know, okay, fine. That's just a guess. But one thing about this that's really exciting to me is, let me go ahead and flip this down. And yeah, as you can see, yeah, I do have a target box way down here in, gosh, in, yeah, we don't want to go down there, do we? But anyway, for the Dow, we had this huge V, and it's going up and down. I think it's going to do a similar pattern to what it did, how the Nasdaq followed. So we're taking a look at this, and so I really think it's going to go up, and I have a target box up here. And so we'll see if it hits it. Let me go ahead and extend that right around there. All right. Okay. So yeah, I'm thinking, hey, it's going to go up. It might do a retest down here. It might actually even come down and hit this box again and then go up. So we'll see what happens. And like anything, you know, this is not financial advice. This is just my opinions of where I think it's going. And you can have different opinions. But so we're taking a look at this chart, and what do you guys think? Do you think it could pop up? You know, put a comment below. Do you think it could pop up? Look at this upward trend. Keep in mind, the people that invest in this are the ones that we want coming into Bitcoin in the crypto market as a whole. Yeah, and the higher it goes, well, we all know what Bitcoin's chart looks like. But let me go back to the, see how I got this. Let me go back to the Nasdaq, okay? So it's NDK. And let me scroll out. Okay, so a move, whoops. Let me get out of there. I was on the wrong one. Okay, so a move that I'm looking to anticipate here. Okay. The magnitude of the move is, I'm basically saying, okay, let's take this, let's go here from about close to the bottom, kind of, doesn't have to be exact, up to about the top, up to about the top of this V here, okay, the shoulder, the neckline. And then you take that, yeah, you snap off a little bit, okay, just to be kind of on the safe side. Anyway, so here's pretty much of the scale move that I'm looking at. If we put it right here, you can see right there, bammo, it intersects with that line. So we'll see, and that's heading up to like 29,000, guys. So we'll see if that happens. That would be like totally cool. So that's like a measured move that I'm looking for in the Dow Jones. Yeah, so we'll see. Reason being is because I'm thinking that this might actually be a, you know, it could be a redistribution area. But then again, with that huge dip, I'm kind of, I'm really heading towards where it is. Instead of a redistribution, it is a reaccumulation area. Yeah, a reaccumulation area. And then when it pops up here, we'll see the distribution that's going on. Because all in all, it's kind of trading between this trade line. And that looks kind of painful, doesn't it? And usually pain is associated with accumulation. So that looks like a lot of pain. So I'm actually going to, let me kill this redistribution. And I am going to actually rename it before our very eyes to reaccumulation. All right, there we go. So that is what I'm labeling this whole area here, reaccumulation. I'm looking for a pretty nice uptrend here, and just measuring this angle here is about 41% here. I just took that angle there, and it's like, okay, fine, that's a pretty good angle. It kind of matches a lot of angles in the upward trend for the Dow for the growth period. And if you stick it right here, look at that, whammo bammo, right in that box. So we'll see. That's just me, of course. You know, everything could go the other way, and could be completely wrong. You guys get that, right? Okay, so Bitcoin, BTC, USD, Bitfinex. Right now, this is on the day, and yeah, you can see my big old boxes we do not want to go to. That is for sure. Am I thinking it's going to go there? No, I'm thinking it's going to do the same thing that the Dow is, because it pretty much follows the Dow. Notice here that we did not have, in this area here, we did not have that great big huge V, right, going up. If we did, that's what it would have been, but we do not have the plunge protection team yet, anyway. And so it went up and it's going, it went down, it went up, and it's fairly organic. So this is actually really good news. It recovered on its own. That's pretty significant. It recovered on its own. And so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take a little line, and I'm going to go from the bottom here. And I'll just go right up here to the automatic rally. And if I move that, whammo bammo, there's that line right there. You see that white line? Whammo bammo. Let me scroll in so you guys can see. And get the auto off. Boom. Okay, so that's basically what I did to get to that white line. And so, yeah, that's my box. So I'm looking at something. Oops. I scaled in. I should extend that a bit further. There. That looks better. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. And I drew this yellow line a while back. So, yeah, I'm expecting the test to go above here and then maybe another dip. And please keep in mind, this yellow line is not the scale, okay? That's just like the general waves of motion going up or down. So we'll see what happens here. But, yeah, I am actually expecting Bitcoin to go up. And another thing that we can do to actually look at that to see if Bitcoin is getting sleepy is to take a look at the angles of attack. So we have an angle here for this one that's about 32%. We'll take another angle. What is it from here to here? That's 44%. See how I'm doing that? Let's get another angle. Let's do this whole angle thingy. Where should we take it? Let's go from here to there. What is that average angle? That's 40. That's, we'll do it to the lowest one, be conservative. That's 40%. You see that? It's on that average, okay. And then we can say, oh, it's going down. Yeah, you can draw it this way. But that doesn't look quite right to me because what we have going on here, let's go to the 4 hour. Okay, let me scroll in. Okay, so the 4 hour here, what's going on? It looks a little bit sleepy. Let me move this down. So, yeah, so it's right around the average there on the tops there. We're just trying to get a general. It doesn't have to be super duper exact. We're just trying to get a general thing. So it could be at the bottoms or the tops, whatever. The middles doesn't really matter. We're just getting a general kind of trend line. And with the trend lines, this will actually, curve over, stuff like that. But anyway, so yeah, we could say, oh, is this actually a valid line if we go from here to here? I don't think so yet, because what do we often have? We often have those little bark guys where, just like this line, it just goes up, bloop, like that, right? So we'll see what's happening. Can it go down? Absolutely. This thing can just go, blah, right? And we'll take it from there. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think it's going to follow what the Nasdaq and the Dow are going to be doing, which in my opinion is going up into these upper ranges in these boxes right here. And that's what I think. Yeah. So let's get to yeah. So that's about it for Bitcoin. There's some more news here for it could be related to VeChain or have some side benefits, so we'll see. But the link is below to this, and this is BMW Intel partner with government-backed blockchain accelerator. Okay, and I was just reading through here, and it says, okay, it's just like an acceleration garage. They're getting hooked up and stuff like that. But I did notice, what are the two things in here? BMW Group Asia, that's the one that VeChain's hooked up with. VeChain is also hooked up with PwC. Yeah, don't forget about PwC. We hear a lot of talk about DNVGL, but not so much about PwC. So this could be interesting, okay? In other words, these are going to be some more people that VeChain has an opportunity to perhaps mingle and talk with. So that is always good news. That's always a good thing. And so here's another cool thing on Lockheed Martin LMT. And Yeah, let's bring up LMT. Love Lockheed Martin. Yeah, so Lockheed Martin here. Looking at, basically I took the same thing here. Look at that. Okay, from the bottom of the V, extending it out right around in here, okay? Because this thing could go, it can go like this. Whoops, let me get my little pencil out. I'm thinking this thing can go like this. Wham. And there you. That's what I'm really looking at for LMT. And if it does that, what is it doing? This is on the 4 hour. Let me go out to the week. If it does that, we're looking at all-time highs for LMT. So why am I looking at just Lockheed? Why do I talk about it all the time? It's because this thing is like, if there's money in the budget, if there's money in the U.S. budget, this is where it's going to go. And it's a very, very, very important stock. This is a cornerstone of our national defense. Plus, they have another cool thing, which is right here. I mean, Lockheed just has like, I think it just has a fantastic future ahead. Price-wise or not, I think it has a great thing to, great way to go because of the SpaceForce that is coming up. And so right here, I have a link below to this. You can go ahead and read it. One of the big things here for LMT, they want to establish Joint Space Development Agency for Technology Procurement. Yeah, okay, for technology procurement. In other words, hey Lockheed, we have this idea. How do we get there? Go ahead and make it. Okay, yeah, we can do that, sure. And so we're looking at the U.S. Space Command it talks about here, Defense Agency, all that cool stuff. It's a pretty cool article. If you guys aren't into aerospace or stuff like that, really, really cool. But this was the big thing here that I pulled out of that was right here for Lockheed. So I think that's going to be great because it is a major contractor. And then also we have... let's see, where else? It was right down in here. Creating system. Okay, fundamental job done. Okay, they really want to get this thing done. It is okay. Defense 1. The main thing is what they want to do is they really want to get this started and off the ground and really started for real 2020. Okay. I mean, we're going to have a SpaceForce, guys. How cool is that? We are going to have a SpaceForce. Maybe the engines will run off of, will be on the Lightning Network, right? So we'll see. But this is like really cool. But yeah, this one thing really caught my eye where it means like future investment and stuff like that. It's a fundamental thing, okay? So we'll see. And then you can bet your bottom dollar that other investors have read that or are going to read that and they're going to say, oh, okay, yeah. They're going to just go and do their thing. So yeah, we'll see. But LMT is looking pretty darn good to me. And that, I was looking at that. And I was looking at Bitcoin. I'm thinking, hey, Bitcoin does not have the plunge protection team behind it. No. What if it did? Where would it be? Yeah. So that would be really, really cool. Let me go ahead and extend this box out here too. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. So yeah, so that's what I'm looking for. And then, hey, we'll see where it goes, right? All right, so let me kill that. And that's about it. So let me go over to the chat, see if anyone's on there. Wrong place. There it is. Go back over here. Okay, so hey everyone, thanks for watching. Appreciate it, man. All right, so Leonard says, hey Leonard, how's it going? Looking good, brother. Thanks some more. Appreciate it. And then Joe's here. Hey, Ven VeChain talk. Ven VeChain talk. Yeah, we can talk about VeChain. It's always a good day when you talk about VeChain, right? Be better if I could type, right? See what it is. Okay, this is BTC on the weekly. On the weekly, BTC USDT on Binance. There you go. There you go. What is VForge up to? Remember, I am still recovering from the nosebleed of the 4.2 million Thor burned. VThor burned. That was a big day, and I'm thinking they were just doing some onboarding of data for the future. Now what does the future look like? Well, let's go over here to YouTube and let's type in milk bottle factory. Maybe we can see something that's really cool. Complete milk bottling line made. Okay, see if this thing's cooking. I don't know if you guys can hear this or not. Come on, thing. Okay, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. I'm just scrolling, see if I can get a picture of an assembly line. Okay, so you see all these things? Now, each one of those, VThor, 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 VThor. Okay, and this is a fairly small plant. I mean, this is like nothing. Look at all those bottles. Okay, let's see if we can find a different one. Probably not going to be any near the size of what we can expect to see from Bright Foods, but nevertheless, you guys get the idea. VeChain. So yeah, weekly on VeChain. How's that looking, guys? How is that looking? If we go ahead and let's draw an angle here. Yeah, we can go like that. What points am I looking at? This one up here, this one here, and this one here, right? Yeah, that one's kind of an outlier. Let's draw this one, and then it just finishes off here. So as you can see, it already broke out, we have a nice shape going on here. Looks like it could possibly be going into a nice W, perhaps. We'll see. Let's take a look at it on the daily. Yeah, so it's just doing its thing. Broke out basically. And here's a Wyckovian thing. So point of last, yeah, you could call this, yeah, basically here. So broke out of its upper bounds. I was doing this, trying to hit the AR. I was doing it freehand. But yeah, check that out. So it broke out of its trading range here, went up. Very, very, very good sign. So we'll see what happens. When this happens, it usually goes, it could go up here, then down, fiddle around here, then go back up. And then what this is called is like a jump across the creek. This is in Wyckoff stuff. And then from there, you keeps on going, and you know, we have a markup phase up here, and the sucker just keeps on going. So we'll see what happens with VeChain. Once again, nothing's 100%, of course, but that's VeChain. I often take a look at VeChain versus ETH, so let's go take a look at that. Whammo bammo. I've had this up here for a while, and yeah, that's my target box. That's my target range here. So yeah, it looks like it is above. Yeah, it's above the on versus ETH. It is above the upper bounds trading, which is totally awesome. So we'll see if it comes back down, do a test, and then perhaps back up. But I like VeChain a lot. I really like VeChain. Don't know what that there's for, but yeah. So that is VeChain. Really liking this a lot. One thing you can, yeah. There it is, W pattern, all that good stuff. So that's some VeChain talk, and we talked about the thing with the BMW, right? Yeah. Okay. More VeChain, less BTC. The thing is, that would be nice, but VeChain tends to follow BTC, doesn't it? Bummer. But I'm thinking it's not going to be so long in the future until it breaks away. We shall see. We shall see. Hey, you have a VeChain army. Yes, VeChain. We're all one big happy V army, V family. And if you take a look at my channel and all the videos, man, I must have like 100 videos on VeChain. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's my favorite thing by far. Thanks, Millie, appreciate it. And David G, vet, that's right, vet for the win. Why Lockheed? Because it is like, because it's the one that's going to build the satellites, man. It's the one that's going to build a lot of the technology. It's like the number one. It's the number one defense contractor in the country, and it has some really cool stuff already that's super secret. Who do you think runs Area 51? It's Lockheed. Area 51, Groom Lake, Dreamland, the ranch, whatever you want to call it, is Lockheed, man. And yeah, there's some other subcontractors and stuff, but it's Lockheed. Okay, it's Lockheed Test Flight for Skunk Works. And Raytheon. Yeah, watch Raytheon. What is up with Raytheon? Do you know something about Raytheon? Let me show you this. Raytheon crypto. They actually have a VeChain connection, bros. Cryptocurrency and VeChain. Let's see. They actually, with VeChain and Raytheon, there's a connection to where Raytheon has built basically the cryptocurrency. I'm just looking here, trying to find it. I know there is a link. It's like where VeChain is kind of running on Raytheon technology. For Raytheon, excuse me, Raytheon. Raytheon's an awesome company too. What's their ticker? RAT. What's their ticker? RATHEON. No, they gotta have a ticker. Okay, something screwed up. They gotta have a ticker. Because they're huge, but there is a link. There is a link. If you do your research and dig deep, you'll find a link between Raytheon and VeChain. Okay, no partnerships or anything like that. It's just like Raytheon helped develop some of the underlying technology of the encryption and stuff like that. Okay, cool stuff. But yeah, Raytheon is one to watch too. Yeah, and Cat Chichi says Raytheon is 14 billion. Yeah, 14 billion. I mean, Raytheon's cool. You have Raytheon, you have Roar, you have Cubic, you have General Dynamics, you have EGG. You have a whole bunch of them, right? Yeah, bright future for the aerospace sector, in my opinion. And come 2020, man, they want to get this this really cool SpaceForce ignited. So yeah, fun stuff. And then what's that going to do when something, a sector that large moves in the market? The market's going to move, and when the market moves, it's going to make Bitcoin move as well, because the investors are in there. They're going to see, hey, we have, they get FOMO, and they're just throwing money around, and Bitcoin's going up, and say, hey, let's really try to get 100% or something like that. And hey, what about that VeChain? Yeah, let's go ahead and let's go all in. Let's sell over our Lockheed stock and put it in the VeChain. Yeah, okay. So we'll see. Anyway, that's just having fun with that. But yeah, Raytheon's cool too. Okay, Joe wants to know how much time I have in stock trading or Wall Street, etc., etc. You manage finances right. I had my first buy. My first buy for Lockheed was back in 1982. So, yeah, it doesn't even show up on the charts on TradingView. Okay, it's like I got it for like $18, and right now it's at 300 basically. So yeah, Anyway, yeah, and what I did before was went to school for corporate finance and accounting, and I didn't work on Wall Street, but I did work at a pretty darn big credit union where, you know, we'd get strips, we'd get treasury strips, and jumbo CDs, government insured securities and stuff like that. Okay. Super duper uber boring, man. It was boring, but yeah, that was a portfolio I had to manage. Is basically, I mean, it was so dang boring. A clerk, it was just like a clerk putting entries in. Oh my gosh, hated it. But because I like being on the other side. I'd rather be the person on the phone call making the order than the one taking it. Yeah, that's just me. Okay, so, hey, Hanjo, how's it going? Hanjo says, when VeChain overtakes XRP, I like the word when instead of if. When VeChain overtakes XRP in the top 5 of the CMC, let's have a crypto trans party in Hawaii. He'll host. Awesome. That sounds cool. Yeah, when it does, we'll probably all be able to get on our private jet, to just charter a jet and go, right? That sounds great. Keep that chain of thought. Keep that VeChain train of thought. Okay. So Amor says, vet up 30% this month, guys. Yeah. We have to go back here to vet. Come on, keyboard. VET. Let's look at that BTC. We haven't looked at it, BTC. I never look at it versus BTC, but yeah, look at that. Okay, so what's going on here? Yeah, all standard cup and handle, right? So we'll see. No guarantees, but also, ooh, look at this. So if we take this and we go here, boom. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh gosh. Oh no, can I possibly do that? I don't know. Makes a nice little happy smiley face, doesn't it? Why not vet BTC combo? I don't know. I just did it. Probably didn't catch that before. I usually, the reason for is because I can spend when I go to get like Bitcoin or whatever, and I go to sell it for an alt, I can't. I just can't part with it. So, but I have found that if I buy Ether, I can like take all the Ether that I purchased and buy alts with it. That I can do. Bitcoin, I have issues with that, but that's just me. Okay, that's why I always look at things versus ETH. So Joe's in Tucson, and they just built a massive facility and are hiring 2,100 people. Who's that, Raytheon or Lockheed, man? Yeah, they're building missiles and drones and space drones. Absolutely, they are. They're going big time. They got a contract. They got a contract. Lockheed, I'm talking about. Lockheed had received a contract for a bunch of missiles and stuff like that. And what do? Do they build them all themselves? No, they send some stuff off to their subcontractors and stuff like that. You know, to share the love. But yeah, so we'll see. But Raytheon, yeah. Raytheon. There it is, RTN, thanks. Oh, look. Looks just like Lockheed, doesn't it? Big old V and then up. So you can say, basically, since it's the same pattern, let's go ahead and look at, yeah, same pattern here. We'll just take basically a measure move down to the, kind of close to the neck. Yep. Where does that take it? Right up here. If we look for here at this line of resistance, we're just doing it rough, right? We're just doing it rough. So Alt H. Whoops. Come on. Alt H. There. Okay, and Yeah, so right around there we're getting a bunch of hits. Here, 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 here. Okay, so that's pretty good upper bound. And yeah, so you could actually call this, if this was the... Just taking a look. Yeah, I think I'd call this area right around in here, bottom of the trading range. So same old thing, probably come up here, do something like this. So we'll see. Okay, check out Wyckoff. W-Y-C-K-O-F-F. This also, you notice how this comes up here? It could just be like that. So a bigger V concealed within a V. Okay? We'll see. Or blah, just pukes. You gotta say that. But I'm hopeful. So longer term times, like this is towards this is like September, October time, 19, and then over here is like 2020. Okay, a lot of energy in 2020 for sure. But yeah, that's Raytheon RTN. Yeah, Raytheon in Tucson. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because you have Lockheed in Palmdale and in Burbank and Glorietta and some other places, depending on what they're building, of course. Yeah, Raytheon in Tucson. You have a lot down in San Diego, that kind of stuff. Todd wants me to look up Karat Gold coin. Yeah, and Gabriel says, live long and prosper with DGB. Absolutely. Don't forget about DGB, guys. But Karat coin, let's take a look at that. Never heard of them. We'll take a look at them real quick. K-A-R-A-T. KBC is the ticker. Ooh, look at that. It is 2288. 2,288. Where'd you find this one, Todd? Let's take a look-see at it. Okay, it's almost 10 cents. Big ROI going up. It's done pretty well the last couple weeks. Let's take a look at it on the 60-day. It's just nosebleed time. I get real nervous at that. That's just me. I like to get things down in here when people are panicking and they're thinking the thing's dead. You know, that's when I go in here. For me, I don't have interest in it. It's already got that gain, let's say. Anyway, where can you get this guy? Hit BTC. A bunch of others I haven't heard of. Hit BTC looks like it has the volume, 2 million volume. Okay, fine. How their socials look. No Reddit. A couple tweets. Take a look at their tweets. See what they have going on. How often do they tweet? Okay, so that's 20 seconds, so not too bad. Think big. Freedom, celebration, incentives. Okay, fine. So, yeah, they're tweeting and stuff like that. Okay, so that's cool. Binance, KBC. Why do they have a Binance here? Is it on Binance? No way. I guess anything's... Maybe I just haven't ever seen it. Well, it's not there. Maybe it's under BTC. It's not there. What does this article say again? Looks like Binance keeps a bead eye on our KBC. Okay. So I see what they're doing there. Anyway, yeah, the Twitter, so that looks okay. A lot of Facebook, that's nice. What do they actually do? What do they do? What do they do? I have no idea. KBC, what does KBC do? Digitizing physical gold. Nope, no thank you. I'm out. When it comes to gold, I'm physical only, man. Why? Gerald Salente. Gerald Salente. My gold account was emptied by MF Global. Yeah. You know what he uses MF now for. And he lost some money. Big time. It was supposed to be physical. Oh, we're sorry. We're sorry. He lost six figures. Okay? That's how much he lost. And I heard him talking about that a while ago. So when it comes to gold, if you don't have the gold physically, you don't own it. Think of it just like having your Bitcoin keys. If you don't have your keys, you don't own it. Whoever possesses them, you know what they say, possession is 90% of the law. So Gerald Salente, he's a guy to follow if you haven't heard of him before. Joe Salente, he does YouTube stuff and a lot of radio shows and stuff like that. He's really good at predicting overall markets and stuff like that and trends. And yeah, notice here trends. But yeah, he's a good one to follow. Get out of there. Gerald Salente. But yeah, that's why. So, Carat Gold, price action only, man. Price action only, and right now it's price action. Looking at its chart, it's already, just looking at the 30-day, it's already gone way up nosebleed area. And what happens with that? Well, it's an opposite of a V shape. Right? So nosebleed, we'll see. And then also, if you're doing physical gold stuff, you actually get into some different ramifications. We'll see, but yeah, I am not into physical gold, digitized or paper gold by any means, and that's just my thing. Okay. I don't care if it's gold backed. I don't care if it's gold backed. Just buy the gold is what I'm saying. Just go down and buy gold. You have Cougarans, you have Pandas, you have Maple Leafs, you have, there's a whole bunch of different gold you can get. Get the actual bullion in hand. Get the bullion in hand. Don't get any of these gold things where you cannot actually get bullion. Don't let anyone store it for you. You might as well give somebody your nano. Okay? Oh, can you hold this nano ledger for me? It's like, come on, you would laugh, right? Same thing with gold. Doesn't matter if they're gold back or not. Hi, and Cat Chichi says Raytheon is everywhere. Yeah, they're like everywhere. Binance like all coins. Carat Gold, okay. Carat Gold is also banned in Canada. They're centralized and really serve no purpose. Yeah, buy and hold solid physical gold. Yep. Get the bullion. That's what I mean by bullion. Get the coins. Got the little bars. Yeah. I bought gold. I had a stack of Cougarans. And I cashed them in, and that's how I paid for my college. Yeah, I don't have a student loan. That's how I paid for like 3 years of college was what I got from cashing in gold. Yeah. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Wish I still had it. Wish I still had it, that's for sure. Yeah, and Ronnie says they're probably pumped by their community when they introduce the coin. Yeah. Yeah, put gold, safe place. Treat it like your crypto keys, man. Treat it like your crypto keys. Don't tell people you have it. Don't tell people you have it, how much you have. None of that. Asking for trouble. And Hunjo asks, have I ever looked into ADA Cardano? Yes, I have. Third generation block cryptocurrency project with advanced smart contract. Yeah, I know about that. Yeah, I have videos on it. Check out what is it? Video. Top coins for 2019. Okay, I think I give them special mention or something like that in there. And I did a video on not so long ago. And when I do videos on coins, it means like they're getting hot. Okay. Because the energy's there for it to pop up for me to say, oh, let's take a look at these guys. My one concern with Cardano is it's actually going to be missing the boat and other competitors taking the first horse advantage. That's the big thing with Cardano, as I see right now. Anyway, that's about it, guys. It's time to check out. Have a great night, and don't forget to like, subscribe, get Lockheed. No, you guys know what I mean. Get VET, get VeChain, get all that good stuff. Get whatever you guys want. Get happy, of course. That's the main thing. But, thanks for watching. Have a great one, guys. Have a wonderful week. So catch you later. Bye.